Freddie Gibbs knowingly put a porno bitch on the team, and you know what I'm saying? Wifed her, you know what I'm saying, and was enjoying fucking the shit out of her, raw, regular. She went on somebody podcast. I think she might have went on with academics. Let me see if I got that. Her and academics, where she just see, man. My thing is this, man. Like, I mean, you knowingly. See, here's my thing, man. If you're gonna knowingly wife a porn bitch, then how you gonna get mad when she do porn shit, right? How you gonna get mad when she do porn shit if you married a porn bitch? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna get mad? How you gonna get mad? You know what I'm saying? If you gonna wife a porn bitch if you wifing a porn bitch, that look like,
I got a story to tell today, chat.
If you wifing a porn bitch that
ever really met.
If you wifing a porn bitch, you have to be looking at the bitch like you have to be in a pimp mind state. You have to be like, this is a hoe. Like, this is her. She's very much like a hoe. Like, you have to be in a pimp mind state, man. You can't be like, you know what I'm saying?
I want no parts.
You can't be like getting upset when the bitch do porn shit.
I've never been more compelled in my life to, because I was gonna have I don't want to play some of this real quick.
I'm going to tell you why, because I have been with someone who just had a really, really big situation going on, and it didn't feel good to me. It wasn't what it was supposed to give.
You know.
So I think that there's definitely you can be too big.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And that's not what feels good to me. So
how big is too big?
Like 10 plus inches.
Okay.
That's just, you're doing too much, you know?
Right. What is like your ideal size?
Oh shit, what the fuck? She talking about dick size. This bitch. Wait a minute, man. Hold on, man. Let me see. We got this bit. But anyway, like I said, man, if you're gonna marry a porno bitch, you come on, man. You can't, you know.
Well, I'm VL, whatever. It would make me feel like, okay, he knows people that know people that know people that can protect me, right? And I always felt protected.
Listen how this bitch destroyed.
He wasn't really like that. I was like,
listen how this bitch just destroyed a nigga.
It was like watching the downfall of Freddie Gibbs, and it was like so weird because when he first contacted me, I didn't know who he was, right? And then when
he reached out to a porno bitch
to be like this, you know, vice lord and like gangster and like coke.
Now she critiquing his gangster.
Built himself up to be someone that I could always feel protected with and trust.
Now she critiquing his gangster shit.
And then I slowly saw his downfall, like after we got beat up, and I saw like how that affected him. I saw.
Look how a bitch speaking on how she noticed how after he got beat up by Benny the Butcher, his persona was damaged. You know what I'm saying? So y'all niggas remember that, man. You can't be getting beat up in front of your bitch. You can't get beat up in front of your bitch.
You know how, and he even made a comment to me. He was like, I feel like you don't respect me after what happened in Buffalo, you know? And I'm like, well, I kind of did lose respect for you because now I see that I'm not protected like you always said I would.
Bitch just
You know
critiquing his
So,
gangster.
That makes sense. You should be protected. I mean, he says it in hip hop. He's a big vice. He says VL.
Well, that's the thing. And whenever he would like rep his set and like, oh, I'm VL, whatever.
Critiquing his gangster.
It would make me feel like, okay, he knows people that know people that know people that can protect me, right? And I always felt protected.
Critiquing his gangster.
Friends. And then when I saw that he wasn't really like that, I was like, oh shit. Like,
don't let a bitch critique your gangster.
Not who he says he is. And that was frustrating for me because I wanted to believe that he was like this great dude. You know what I mean?
No, hey, listen, for what it's worth, and
don't wife a porn star, bitch, if you ain't got no pimping in you.
Too, because I'm not perfect as well. Because I feel like I've thrown words at you too, like, you know, because you were with him at the time, whatever. Especially after the fight. I'm gonna be honest though, in hindsight, yo, you held that nigga down. Especially
Academics is just an evil genius.
Everyone was coming at him, and there's a video or whatever.
Get the lights
you
up.
Held him down to the fucking utmost that any woman could have. Which I'm gonna be honest with you, that's dope.
It's like I held him down, but I didn't get anything in return for my loyalty.
This bitch destroying the nigga while pregnant.
It's like, and I say that to say, like, I was taken aback by it because
destroying the nigga while pregnant.
And I already spoke, you know, to Benny. He said I could have my shit back, which is fire.
Then the bitch is friends with his enemy. Friends with his enemy.
Were you pregnant then?
A bitch is friends with his enemy.
But the very next day,
a bitch talk to his enemy, and the enemy say she can have her chain back.
After that fight, he went and he bought himself a new watch, and he did not replace my chain.
He did not trick on me.
To see him do little shit like that, just like leave me on the back burner, and he thought I was just always gonna stick around. And I think he thought that I wasn't gonna come out about my pregnancy. I think that he really thought that I was just gonna be quiet about the whole thing because
whole treachery.
I contacted Lambo, I contacted his assistant.
Nigga deserve all of this.
Team, and I was trying to keep it from being messy.
Whole treachery.
Social media. I really didn't. But the only way Freddie will respond is through social media.
Get the lights up.
You just said the most important thing that I've felt.
Cold part of the game is academics is a sucker too, though. That's the cold part of the game.
The issues, I don't know if you know,
a sucker
background to
out in the sucker
that I have with him or we allegedly have with each other, and it's like stupid comments or just like some simple innocuous comments turned into beef because he became super performative online, and then it's like, yo, that comment just turned into some other shit, and you're only like, he was just always on social media. That's been his MO. Have a conversation with him to be like, why? Because
okay. And never gave me anything, and that's also while I was paying his phone. But I was just like holding him down.
He's a bitch.
Holding him down and kept
bitch
holding
just
him down. And it's like
whatever weapons a bitch got, she using them all.
Told you to get an abortion, you should have just done it. And it's like, you don't know the half of it. You have to separate the person from the music sometimes. And I know that like I get looked down on because I do porn, but like I'm not a shitty person. And I don't treat people like shit. And I definitely don't say things I don't mean. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I do want to ask you one thing, which has confused me. One thing I can say about like what I saw with you guys' relation, I saw a lot of videos. It looked like they were having fun. Looked like he embraced you for who you were. Clearly, he liked the lifestyle that maybe you guys were indulging in.
Academic.
You accepted him for whoever
evil
he was.
Genius.
Like, where were these issues? Because it didn't seem like it, at least on the videos or pictures. I would see y'all like jumping on the beds together, jumping on each other's back. Y'all took pictures like.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did have a lot of fun, especially in the beginning. Like a lot of the footage you saw was probably when we were in Europe, and that was like the best part of our relationship. But I did have like a come to Jesus moment when before I found out I was pregnant. And this is like a month before I found out I was pregnant. And I felt like I had to leave him. Like I felt a strong urge to like leave the relationship.
Why?
And I didn't know where it was coming from. And I was having like
Get
all
the
these
lights
revelations,
up!
like, and I was like thinking about our relationship. And I was like, damn, the only time me and Freddie really have a good time is when we're both drunk. And mind you, I didn't drink alcohol before I met Freddie. And as soon as he took me on tour, we were getting blackout drunk every fucking night. And I was like, damn, like, I don't want to live my life like this. Like, I like to go hiking.
Disrespecting
and
a
do fun shit.
nigga.
But he just
talking down,
he drinks
just
all the time. He doesn't sleep. Like, he stays up all night. And
sitting on a
I
nigga.
got to a point where I was kind of miserable. Mm-hmm. And I was like trying to create this person that I knew he never would be. You know what I'm saying? And it was just really disappointing.
Hey, you have to tell me, because this is viral, and I think, by the way, you got to trademark the name. Freddie Gibbs.
See, and that's the thing. When I spoke to you earlier and you were like, it's really hard to move the needle with Freddie, which it is. It is. Because it's the weirdest thing, and I tell people this all the time. I saw him tour all of Europe, and I saw every show sold out, right? And I saw it was all white people in the
Listen
crowd.
to this bitch.
I love all people, but
this bitch is just a motherfucking enemy, pregnant with his kid, gonna have it. This is gonna be his baby mama. Bitch just doing everything to knock all the pork chops off the plate. The bitch don't give a fuck. She just down to make it as difficult as possible for this nigga to make money, sabotage his career, talk bad about him, but she gonna still want that child support bread, though. She gonna still need that child support bread. Listen, man, hey, don't fuck with no porn star if you ain't got no pimping in you, man. If you ain't got no pimping in you, man, if you ain't moving like a pimp out here, if you can't be immune to a bitch getting touched by other niggas for money, then do not fuck with strippers or porn stars, my nigga.